All right, we are live on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here tonight. It is Wednesday, March 31st. Wednesday, March 31st, 2021. Last day of March. Tomorrow is April Fool's Day, so be alert. Be alert. I'm sure a lot of content creators will be trying to fool you with clickbaity type of thumbnails and titles, so just be aware of that. I'm not going to do that to you, but I can't speak on the rest of the creators out there. I see you in the chat, Queen. Thank you for being here. That's a good thing. That's always a good thing when you're here. You keep the streets here on the Agrippa Online channel nice and clean and professional, right? We're all about professionalism over here, right, Queen? Now, before we get to it, let me make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out, and it absolutely has. And again, we are broadcasting live on Facebook tonight. Let me make sure that Facebook is rolling smoothly. There. I see you in the chat, Queen. And again, we are broadcasting live on Facebook tonight. Excellent, excellent. I don't know how long I'm going to be on tonight. It's not going to be the longest show. I don't have a whole lot to say. I do want to share some stories with you folks, and I do want to, put out positivity tonight because I know a lot of people out there that have been following me for a while need some positivity. I know many people behind the scenes are going through a lot of things here in my neck of the woods, and I want to be as supportive as possible. And if I can do my part by uplifting you and not bringing in any more drama into your life than you already have, that's what I really want to do. That's what I really want to do. But let's well, first of all, let me pay props to my sponsor. I gotta pay the bills, right? I've forgotten a few times. Hey, Mutt, how you doing? I see you there. Troy Brewer, the CEO, founder, and owner of the Discover Community Network, is this channel's sponsor. If you'd like more information, go below the description section of the YouTube side of things. And about a third of the way down, you'll find a couple of links there, and you can connect with the Discover Community Network. And if you're on Facebook, just do a Facebook search for Discover Community Network. You'll find the Facebook business pages, and those pages will connect you to the Discover Community Network, and you can find out about Troy and email him or message him on Facebook. He's also on Twitter, all the social media platforms. If you want to connect with Troy, he's an amazing marketer and networker. I've known him for about 10 years now. He's been in business for over 15 years, and just an amazing, amazing guy that loves to help people. He is very, very reasonably priced. And he does amazing work. Just a really, really, really good guy. And I'm proud to call him a friend, not just a business partner. He's actually a business partner that is a true friend. And he's a friend that I trust to be business partners with because, sometimes you get into business with friends and it's not really the best thing. But with Troy, we actually built our friendship off of our business relationship. We met in the business networking arena 10 years ago through in-person networking in Northern California that I used to attend and run events as well. So that is that. Tonight, the title is, Come Share the Happy Stories of Your Life with Me. I'm going to share mine. Come share the happy stories of your life with me. I'm going to share mine. Well, my stories never started off happy initially, right? And I think the same thing goes for everyone out there that's, growing up. When you're growing up in your younger days, you experience many things. You don't have any experience, so you make lots of mistakes. And depending on how you were raised to be, you're going to handle things differently than other people. Some people are raised differently than others. They have different parents, or they come from a broken household, or different morals, values, and ethics. Everybody's going to be different. So, when you're younger, you're going to make lots of mistakes. and you're going to go through things, but there's always a learning process involved, and there's always a happy ending involved if you learn from your mistakes. I'm going to share some of those stories here tonight. Some of them I've shared before. There is some new material here that I'm going to be sharing, or at least I haven't shared since the days of my former channel that I no longer run. That channel was shut down a couple years ago, 2.5 years ago. Then I took a little break and came back and started this channel about 2 years ago. So stick around for that. And let's see here. Let's get to the YouTube chat. Nothing happening on Facebook. Hey, Coach Eli is righteous. How you doing? Hey, Coach. At some point, consider a reminder stream to people not to share their personal pictures. I'll call it that. Can't believe people haven't learned that lesson. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, dude. To be honest with you, I haven't watched any streams today. And like I mentioned yesterday, I've completely removed myself from these, drama streets. I know you're probably still involved with them. Maybe you enjoy this content here better, maybe like a combination of both. But to be quite honest with you, man, I really don't even want to talk about, those people. I just don't. And again, I've always said this before, do not put anything out on the internet, privately or publicly, that you don't want the whole world to see. Don't, send somebody, personal pictures behind the scenes because you feel you could trust them. The moment that they feel slighted by you, if you have to part ways, that's going to go public. That's how a lot of people are. And they shouldn't be that way, but that's how a lot of people are. So again, if you've shared personal things with people on the internet that you've never met in person, just expect the worst. And you only have yourself to blame for it. I've had many people ask me for my personal, pictures of, my object below my waist or below the belt, right? And no, I've never shared that with anyone, and I never will share that with anyone. Quite frankly, I think it's honestly stupid when people do that. To me, it's an insecurity because what are you going to do with it? I mean, what are you going to do? Look at it and do some things to yourself to please yourself, looking at a picture. Why not just meet in person, meet people in person? That way you can, see someone and you can touch someone, smell someone, kiss someone, hold someone, and do that in person. I just don't get it, man. But some people, they love this internet thing, and a lot of people do actually. And in my opinion, quite honestly, it's a big insecurity. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Well, a lot of people, Coach Eli is righteous, get their ammo by, they basically love bomb people. They give people the feeling that they can be trusted, and then they ask for certain things, and they ask for those things because they know when that person flips, they can hold it as leverage, or they can make content out of it. Now, explicit pictures, if they're fully naked, will get your channel shut down. If they're not naked, then, that may be able to, stay on the platform here on YouTube, but I wouldn't risk it either way. And quite frankly, I just think it's really stupid to, first of all, trade private pictures like that. And if somebody does send those pictures to you, I think it's a very immature thing for any creator, that is going to try to get back at someone because they want to part ways from your channel or your community because they don't want to be there anymore. I just let them go and move on. But there are a lot of people out here on YouTube that make content out of every little thing. Coach Eli is righteous, and that's that's sad. And again, it just goes to show that the people that do that type of content, they have no other content. Like right now, I'm just talking with my audience. I don't simulcast people. I don't even do reaction videos anymore, primarily because people, have been happy with the copyright strikes lately, even if you use it under fair use. And secondly, quite frankly, the more reaction videos you do, it's not original content. All you're doing is, critique and commentary on someone else's video. You're not creating anything new. You're basically recycling something, and you're legally allowed to get away with it because you're covered by fair use. If you do fair use properly, that is. And some people don't even understand how to do fair use properly. Fair use does not allow you to play an entire video, even if you do commentary. Like if you use someone's entire video, you're taking away viewers from their channel, and if it's a monetized channel like mine, you're taking away monetized playbacks. So, your argument in the court of law, if it went to that point, wouldn't get you anywhere, because in essence, critiquing and doing commentary on someone's entire video is completely taken away from the original piece of work. Fair use allows you to take small excerpts and to do commentary on them. That's how it works. Queen Helen Casey's here. She said, I'm here. You're good. And yes, is Queen. And Periscope went down in the blaze of glory today. I heard about that, Queen. I saw that on your Twitter. I didn't get a chance to comment there yet. But give me 1 second, please. Hang on 1 second. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. I gotta get back to this text. My apologies. All in all, I will have to say this. Today has been a good day. It's been a very productive day for me. And I'll tell you when my days are most productive. My days are most productive when I'm not caught up and sucked into endless drama, whether it's on or off of YouTube or any other social media platform. Because there's drama in real life too, folks. There's drama on and off of YouTube. I'll tell you, when you can tune out the drama, right? When you can tune out the drama and just focus on the prize, focus on the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, it's great. And then everything else falls into place. The stars start to align, right? Right? So I will say it's been a good day. I've got a few dating prospects in the works. I've had a couple ladies message me interested in getting to know me. That's always a positive sign. Just had a really, really productive day today, working on some stuff behind the scenes, which is why I ended up not doing a walking stream today. I'll probably end up doing one tomorrow. I'll probably do 2 streams tomorrow for you folks. But yeah, it's been an amazing day. Hello again, Mutt. Queen says hello, Mutt. Mutt says hello, Queen. Mutt and Queen and everyone else, and Lewis, I know I haven't been able to make your streams or videos lately. I will catch up. I have been super, super, super busy just dealing with lots of things on and off of YouTube. And it's just starting to kind of taper up again. So please forgive me. I'm not trying to avoid any of you. You know I love all of you like family. Let's make up for lost time ASAP. If any of you do a panel this week, I'd love to join you on that panel. Or I might even run a panel at some point, before the end of the week. So let me know. What's up, Mike Perkins 810? If you don't know what the 810 is, if you haven't been around in a while, then you're not going to know what I'm talking about. But Mike says, good evening, Coach. I was hoping to see you live and walking with purpose today, but you must have decided to take a well-deserved rest day. No, I wasn't resting. I actually worked out at my place instead because I had some other things to do, YouTube-related and non-YouTube related. I've been preparing a bunch of stuff behind the scenes, and then I've had some personal things to tend to. And so it was much easier for me to work out at my place today. To put on a mobile production, it takes a lot of work. There are a lot of parts to it. There's a selfie stick. It has two parts to it: the part that holds the phone and the stick that you attach the part that holds the phone onto the stick. I've got my gloves to put on. I've got my headset microphone. I've got the big furry ball, the dead cat, right? So it blocks the wind. On top of that, the iPhones no longer have a 3.5 millimeter jack, so I have an adapter that I have to put on there, so the 3.5 millimeter jack from my headset can plug in. Then I gotta get dressed up, get ready, drive to the location, set up the stream. It's a lot of work. Like people don't understand how much work it is to put a live stream together. If you want to do it like I do it, professionally, high quality, audio and video, etc. Now, most people can pop up a StreamYard pretty quickly, but you know me, I'm all about quality. So, yeah, bro. Tomorrow we'll be Walking with Purpose, episode number, I think it's 106, I believe. We're at episode 106 or 107. Hang on a second. I think it's oh man. Give me a second. Tomorrow is going to be episode 107. 107. It's going to be the April Fool's Day edition. But I'm not going to be fooling you folks. I'm not going to do any clickbait stuff with the thumbnail or anything. I'm just going to do a show. That's all. We'll leave the April Fool's stuff to all the jokesters, right? Anyway. Muttonut's Crazy World. I am here. Just found the game I was looking for, so I am ordering it. Should be here next week. I can't wait to do a game night live with it. Muttonut's Crazy World furthermore says, I would have gone live today when I was out and about, but the weather was rainy here. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. The weather's been really nice here. I'll tell you that. It's been like 70 to 80 degrees every day. We're right around the corner from summertime. So, anyway. All right. So, if you folks have any stories you want to share in the chat regarding your youth, if you want to share any experiences that may have started off negatively, but you learned from them and they turned into a positive, I consider those happy stories because, there's nothing better than learning from your mistakes. And you can never learn something until you make a mistake, right? So if we go back to my younger days, I've mentioned this before, and I'll say it again, and I can never say this enough. One of the biggest reasons why I do this, and where most of my passion stems from to do what I do here as a coach, is due to the fact that I was bullied as a kid. I've shared it before. I'll share it again. I'm not sharing this story seeking sympathy. I'm not sharing this story to, emotionally brainwash you folks for donations or anything like that. I'm sharing this story because I really care about people in general, and I'm very protective of people that have experienced bullying or are currently being bullied in some way, shape, or form, whether it's online or offline. And nowadays, bullying has gone completely online. Even in the real world, kids don't bully each other at school. They bully each other online, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, everywhere. They bully each other, and it's just it's absolutely insane. It's probably worse than bullying used to be before the internet came out. Back in my grammar school days, about 35 plus years ago. The weekend is going to be nice and in the 70s, says Mutt. But yeah, I was bullied throughout my grammar school years, all the way up until my junior year, I believe it was, in high school. I shared that story, part of the story, on a Walking with Purpose stream earlier on this year. But I want to focus on one story I didn't share, and I think I did share it on my former channel, but I'll share it here because I don't think anyone would remember it, and most people here are new since that time. Anyway, when I was in junior high, there was this one guy that would always bully me. Like, he would always talk smack to me. He would always come up to me, and he wouldn't push me hard, but he would just give me a little nudge, right? And he was this rather pudgy guy. He was probably about 5'5", 5'4", 5'5", about, I'd say 200 to 210 or 220 pounds. He was pretty heavy set, right? Pudgy, heavy set guy, right? But you could feel him pushing you because he would put his weight on it, right? And I remember in 8th grade, Mike says, "Coach, do you have any plans for Easter? You seem like a Cadbury egg fan." I haven't had a Cadbury cream egg in a while. On Easter Sunday, Easter is typically different for the Greek Orthodox Easter than the American Easter or the Catholic Easter. So I know that this Sunday is American Easter. The Orthodox Easter is Sunday, May 2nd. So it's a month away. So, and this is why I always have to share this story, because everyone wishes me a happy Easter, but my Easter is typically not the same day as the American Easter. Now, once in a great while, the Orthodox Easter and the Catholic American Easter day is on the same day, but typically they're a few weeks to a month apart. And the reason is because the Catholic Church and the Orthodox Church used to be the same long time ago, and they split apart because they had a difference of opinion in the way certain events happen. So they split apart, and that's why you have a difference in the calendar for certain events. We can at least agree that Christmas happened, the birth of Christ was December 25th, right? That we agree on, but other things like Easter, there's a disagreement. So, yeah, but thanks for asking, dude. I hope you have a great Easter yourself. Interesting channel name. Join March 28th, 2021. Have a nice day. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this one guy in grammar school would just always pick on me, and it wasn't that it really bothered me initially. But when the other kids get involved and start calling you a sissy, stand up to him, fight him, this and that, right? And I never have really been a fighter. I've never been a fighter. I've always been the kind of guy that likes to talk things out. I'm respectful. I was always respectful even as a little kid. I mean, I wasn't as mature as I am today. Obviously, I was younger. But I was always I was always raised to treat people the way that I'd want to be treated, right? That's how my mom raised me. But it got to the point where for 8th grade outdoor education, we went to a national park here in Northern California called Yosemite National Park. Some of you have heard it or have heard of it, regardless of where you live. And we went to Yosemite during the winter. And we the boys and the girls were obviously separated, and we had many different cabins rented. I believe it was 3 or 4 people per cabin, right? And I remember we were there for a week, and after 5 days, this dude kept talking smack about me. He kept on pushing me around, even while we were on, we were at outdoor ed for that week, right, in Yosemite, doing some cross-country skiing, some hiking, and other fun things to do there, and learning while we were there as well, too. It got to the point of where, I said, enough is enough. Enough is enough. And I'll tell you where the turning point was, and this is not me, right? And I'll tell you how I handled it compared to how some other people would have handled it, right? This dude, I was by myself in my cabin. And this dude, everyone else left it. I was just, I said, I'm just going to stay in the cabin. You folks go out, do a little walking. I'm going to chill here for a while. This dude that was bullying me walks into my cabin, and I'm with him one-on-one, right? And he starts to antagonize me, right? And I'm sitting there on the bed, and I'm sitting there trying to be cool and calm, right? He keeps on talking a bunch of smack about me, right? And it got to the point of where I said, dude, listen, I'm at my boiling point. I told him that. I said, dude, listen, don't make me do something I don't want to do. He's like, what are you going to do, man? You're a sissy anyway. You scaredy cat, right? And at that point, I had enough. I went and I grabbed this guy. Now, I'm not the biggest guy in the world. Now, I was a little taller than him. I hadn't reached my full height of 5'10", by then. This was 8th grade. I think I was like 5'6" or 5'7". He was like 5'3", 5'4". I was about probably 140 or 150 at that point. I'm like 170 now, 5'10", right? This dude was like I said, 5'4", 5'5", something like that. A few inches shorter than me, but like a pudgy guy, right? And I went and I grabbed this dude and I threw him down on the bed. Like, when you have that rage, when you have that masculine rage, it doesn't matter how small you are. When you get that rage in you, you get this incredible Hulk type of power, right? I felt like the Incredible Hulk, where like I ripped my shirt off and now I'm green. And now I'm like, dude, don't mess with me, man, right? And I threw this guy down on the bed who's freaking out. And I did not start beating the hell out of him. What I did was I just pinned him down. And he tried to get up, right? He's trying to get up, and I just pinned him down. And let me tell you, it took everything I had to keep this guy down. This guy was trying to fight. He was even trying to hit me, right? But I pinned his arms down, and I kept this guy down, literally for like 5 minutes to show him, dude, you going to stop messing with me, dude? I don't want either one of us to get in trouble, dude. I don't want anyone to know about this. Stop messing with me, dude. And he looked at me. He's like, okay, all right, dude. I respect the fact that you took care of it, man. I thought you were weak. I thought you were a sissy. I said, no, dude, I'm not a sissy, dude. But I'd rather handle things nicely. I'm a good dude. I want to be friends with everyone, right? So after I helped him get up, he did not try to hit me because he knew I would have thrown him down again. And even though he's a bigger guy than me, he couldn't move around as fast, right? When you're a smaller dude, you can move around. You could dodge punches. You could, and if you get in a race like I got, you could throw somebody down, right? But again, I didn't punch him. I felt like it. I felt like I wanted to beat the hell out of him. That's what I felt like, right? But I handled it maturely. I just pinned him down and showed him, listen, dude, I have some strength no matter what my size is, right? But I'm not going to sit there and slap you across the face or punch you in the face, dude. I'm still trying to be a good guy to this guy, but I'm trying to make him aware that, dude, if I wanted to beat the hell out of you, I could have done it. And I don't care how much bigger you are. I move faster than you. I was in better shape than him, right? And I've never been a fighter, but when you're in that situation, right, someone's coming at you, you have to do what you have to do, right? So what happened after that? He went and told everyone, and everyone asked me. Everyone said, yo, you beat the heck out of Danny, right? No, I didn't beat the heck out of Danny. Well, that's what he told us. Well, no, I didn't beat the heck out of him. Does he have a black eye? Is he bleeding? No, all I did was pin him down because I wanted to show him that, you know what? I may not be as big as him, but I'm not a sissy. I'd rather handle things, in a kind way, right? Good evening to Eli and all the lovely people to chat. What's up, GLM? We'll get you unbanned on your main account as soon as YouTube and Google fix my issue. Hi, Queen Helen. How are you doing? Hang on one second here. This is very interesting. Very interesting. It's very, very interesting. Give me a second here. I got a very interesting email from YouTube regarding my channel. It's nothing bad, but it's just very, very interesting. Maybe I'll share it another time. Yeah, so what ended up happening after that? Everyone started to respect me, right? And all the girls were coming around me. And I've always been the kind of guy, even at a younger age. I mean, I liked girls in 8th grade, but, I didn't know as much about women as I know today. But it's nice to get attention from women, right? Without even having to try. That's the way it should be, right? Women should chase you, not you chasing them. But why are these women all of a sudden, like coming around me because I threw this guy down? Like, you women are attracted to the weirdest stuff about men, right? It's all about strength and masculinity and, oh, yeah, you threw that guy down and you beat him up. It wasn't even about that. I didn't beat him up. I stood up for myself is what I did. And that's what the attractive part is. I stood up for myself, right? But I didn't take it too far because I had enough emotional strength. And why? Because I was raised right. But why did the bullying start in the first place? The bullying started in the first place because I was raised to be too nice. My mother raised me to be too nice of a person. And I can't blame her for that because my mother's still around to this day and I love my mother to death. She's an amazing woman. But she raised me to be too nice, right? And to always be good to people no matter how good or bad they are to you. You can always take the better approach. And that's great. That's awesome, right? But what my father taught me, later on in life, because my father was working long hours and my mother raised my brother and I for the most part. We spent time more with my mother than my father. My father taught me later in life to stand up for yourself. You don't have to take it too far, but if somebody pushes you around, stand up for yourself. You don't have to be rude or mean to them, but just say, look, hey, enough is enough, right? And that was a lesson learned here. No, it's nothing bad, Queen. It's nothing bad. Oh, man. Interesting message. My answer to the troll and anyone else is it's up to me who I allow to be on this channel and who I don't allow. And I want no dramasphere people here, sir, and you're a dramasphere person. So give it up. Everyone's welcome, but anyone from the former drama communities, you're out. Now, there are certain few exceptions. GLM is one of them. I didn't meet GLM through the drama community. I met her through the growth stream community. But because, of the people she met through me, she was, infested with the drama disease like I was for a while. Now we're out of it. We've moved on. Well, he basically said in one part, how will your channel ever grow if you block people for being civil? Well, I don't block people for being civil. I block trolls like you, right? And we have a good troll radar here. We block all people from the dramasphere side and trolls. So there's your answer. Have a good day. Take care. It's funny. He puts like 7 SOS emojis. That's pretty pathetic, right? So yeah, all the girls were around me, and it was a good feeling. Don't get me wrong. When you're in 8th grade and you have all the cute girls coming around you, wanting to be around you, and saying, "Hey, yeah, you stood up for, you took care of him, right?" And it's like, I didn't feel. I even told them, like, I didn't feel good about doing what I did, but I had to stand up for myself. I had enough. Enough is enough. And but again, even after that happened, I felt I've always been the kind of guy, I don't believe in violence. I don't even believe in semi-violence, just throwing somebody down like I did to him, right? But sometimes you got to do certain things that you really don't want to do, reasonable things that you don't want to do, that is, to set the record straight, right? And to get things back on track. That's just the way it goes. Me and Eli share most of the same haters. Well, you met a lot of them through me, GLM. I guess you could say it's my fault, GLM. GLM, before you met me through the growth stream community, you were dealing with people like Killer Whale Channel, formerly known as Flat Earth Forums. I met you through Flat Earth Forums channel, now known as Killer Whale. You remember that? And we are both from the lovely San Francisco Bay Area. Yes, we are, GLM. Yes, we are. Yes, and we both live near V-Town. Vallejo. Yeah, I get it. You live close to, well, no, you and I are about halfway between, Vallejo's halfway between where you and I are at. Vallejo's about a 45-minute drive from me, and probably about the same thing for you. Yep. Thanks for introducing me to all of them, Eli. I didn't introduce you to anyone. You just kept following me. I connected with you, and I invited you to my channel. And then they found out about you. That's what they do. Yes, I definitely remember the Killer Whale days. That guy's an interesting cat, I'll tell you that. You see, you know it's funny. You know it's funny, GLM, and the troll, I just banned him, says GLM needs Prozac. No, sir, you need Prozac. You're just projecting, right? You know what that is, GLM. That's the doctor. That is definitely the doctor. You miss me, Doc? I hope you're doing well, man. Oh, 20 minutes? Okay. You're right. Yes, you're right. You're right. You're closer to Vallejo than I am. Yeah. You're closer to Vallejo than I am. That's true. That's true. You're about 20 minutes away from Highway 37 and 29. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, what I'm going to do, folks, is give me a second here. Okay. Give me a second here. Mhm. It's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow. Things have been really, really busy. I have to respond to stuff while I'm on the air. Damn iPhone. Man, what have these phones done to us, GLM and Queen and Mutt? Oh, man. I got to tell you, though, this iPhone 12 Pro Max is way faster than my iPhone 6 was. GLM, you have the iPhone 12 Pro, right? Because you got yours before the Pro Max. I remember you were saying that. You were saying you should have waited for the Pro Max. But how's your iPhone 12 Pro working? I've had no problems with mine. It runs smooth. It's fast. 5G works great. Like it's a good phone. And do you have a case for yours, GLM? Do you have like the clear case and then the front screen protector? You know the sheet you put on top of the glass. But the iPhone 12 Pro Max glass on its own is 4 times tougher than any other glass they've made. It's like made by Corning, like Gorilla Glass. But I still don't take any chances on a $1,400 phone. My phone is bulletproof. It's bulletproof. You drop this sucker up to 13 feet, nothing happens. I'm liking this mic. Didn't you say GLM is 5'10" before? She's like an Amazonian goddess. She could whoop half of these. She could. She could. She could. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not insecure about women that are near my height or at my height or even taller. I'm not an insecure guy. I'd go out with a woman that's a little bit taller than me. It's not a big deal. And GLM, when the kindness corner opens, we could do a collab at the kindness corner. I'll invite you out, right? It's just going to be a friend thing, GLM, a friend thing, right? Don't look at me. I don't mess with iPhones. I'm liking this mic. Yeah, it's okay. Convenient for work. It's a good phone. No, it's a fast phone, GLM. What did you have before that? What was your phone before that, GLM? I miss Guy Friendly. He was my favorite little person. Who is Guy Friendly? Was he a troll? Let me check one thing out here real quick. Okay. Okay. It is going to be a really good night tonight. Oh, I love how the trolls try to come in here. This troll says I had you and your 3 people in your chat. I've got 29 people here, dude. I'm not even looking at the numbers, and I just looked after you said I have 3 people. You tell me, does it show 29 people in the box on your end, Queen? How many people are in the box? It shows 29 here on my end. He did the nickname. The first name Nick and the last name, I'm not going to say it because it'll at least get me demonetized. Coach Tony Hogan. I remember you had me to ban him. Gargamel, I don't have the Max. No, I know you don't. You have the regular one. You had told me that. You had told me also you should have probably waited for the Max. You have the iPhone 12 Pro. You have the Pro version though, right? 1,742 on my end. Queen says 29 on my end. 31 on my end, says Mutt. Now it's 32. Yeah. It's not a big deal. Well, what I'm going to do, folks, I'm going to step away and take a quick break. I'm going to take a short break. I'm changing that up so GLN can say what I normally would say. Well, maybe your phone's getting bought. Are you on your phone, GLN? Maybe Raleigh's botting your phone. Who knows? But anyway, I'm going to step away for a quick break, and I'm going to come back and share a few more stories with you folks. Yeah, you have 6 gigs of RAM. So you have, I mean, the Pro and the Pro Max are pretty much the same thing. It's just the Pro Max is a little bit bigger and has a little bit of a bigger battery. But the Pro is a good phone. It's the same thing. It's fast as hell. Did you have an iPhone before that, or were you using an Android? And what iPhone did you use before that, if you used that? And can you tell the difference? Can you tell the difference from your previous phone to this phone? The iPhone 12 is a fast phone. It's a fast phone. Eli will be back in, yes. The numbers are going up and down, so who cares? Yeah, who does care? It doesn't matter. It's probably the doctor thumbing me down. It's all good. So let me cue up some music here, folks. Give me a second. Let me check out Facebook real quick. I haven't been over there in a while. Nobody on Facebook right now. It's all good. Okay. Let me see here. Just one more. All right, folks. I'm gonna step away for a quick break. Did Alex the Beer Master just put out a video? It's been a while, Alex. The Pastryarchy. The Pastryarchy, not the Patriarchy. The Pastryarchy. Mexican hot chocolate brown ale from Dunk Claw Brewing. I'll have to check out that video. All right, cool. All right, folks, so stick around. We'll be right We're back. Mutt's gonna pop in and say, welcome back. Yeah. Hey, Lewis Fuller, how are you, bro? Thank you, man. Thank you for the like. I just shared your stram out. I know you meant to say stream, Lewis. I know it's that autocorrect, Lewis. That's all right, bro. That's all good, brother. Yes. You all feel good tonight? I want you all to feel happy. Look at all those smiles back there. I want you all to feel happy, right? That's not the real, is that GLM on another account? Did she change her name? God, the crazy things people do out here on YouTube, it's just ridiculous. You just can't come out here and create. People have to play games, change their identity on the fly, right? Jesus Christ. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. Glad you could all join me here tonight. Tonight we've been discussing, come share the happy stories of your life with me. I'm going to share mine. Looks like nobody's sharing the happy stories in the chat, so I'm going to share one more of mine before we wrap it up here tonight. And, folks, as the weeks and months, come up ahead, I'll share more of these stories. I want to be able to connect with you folks at a deep level, at a personal level. I want to be able to relate with you folks. And I think the best way to do that is to share my personal stories, share my life stories with you folks, so you get to know me a little bit better and get a better understanding of why I decided to do what I'm doing today as a life coach. What led me up to this point? Where did my passion stem from? I just didn't, decide one day I'm going to be a life coach, right? Well, maybe I kind of did, but I was thinking about it for a while. It's something I've always wanted to do. And it's something that I've been kind of doing in my real life by helping my friends and other people, right? Other acquaintances. But before we get to the next story here, I changed devices. Okay, well, that's cool. That's cool. Let me check out the chat here. I think Aussie Outlaw is trolling you, GLM. That's pretty pathetic. That's pretty pathetic. Give me 1 second here. Anyway, okay, just got an interesting message. Lots of interesting things happening tonight. Lots of interesting things have happened today. Queen keeps saying, nice try unknown to all the fake trolls, right? Yeah. Hey, Lewis, I don't know if you heard the first part of the show, man. I apologize to everyone that I haven't been able to make your streams, everyone else's streams and videos lately. It's been crazy for me, dude. I've been trying to keep up with so much going on between my personal life and my YouTube professional life. And yeah, dude, we got to catch up one of these days, hopefully sometime, over the next few days. And then we'll get on a panel together, bro. I would love to do that. Welcome back, says Mutt. Was that I think that's the real GLM. GLM, can you come back in on your other account and verify that's you? Because Queen just banned the GLM account. Can you come back in on your other account? And that way we can unban you. Mike, aka A10, says, Coach, I'm around 225 pounds and couldn't deal with dating a woman heavier than me. Obesity is a true epidemic, way worse than COVID. It is. It actually, yeah, it is. Like 2/3 of the country here is obese, overweight or obese. A happy story to me is a woman who respects herself and her body. Right. Part of respecting yourself is respecting your body, right? Mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Yeah. Mike furthermore says, obesity should be taken very seriously. It is important to live at a healthy weight level. That's GLM. Queen, can you go and unban the GLM account, please? That was actually her. She verified it through Hangouts behind the scenes. I think my mods can still unban people from the chat. I just can't unban people once I ban them outside of a chat. It's just weird what's happened to my channel lately. So, Queen, can you unban GLM and see if you can type? Lewis Ford, that's okay. I'm going to go live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time. That's 8 a.m. Lewis, if I'm up at 8 a.m., which I should be, are you going to have an open panel? Would you mind if I join you for a bit? Let me know, bro. Let me know. GLM was unhidden by Queen Helen Casey. Wow. Tonight is fire. Wow. Wow. Give me a second here, folks. Respond on the fly. Hang on. Boop, boop. Hang on. Hang on. Do-do-do. Hang on. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do. My apologies, folks. I've just had to respond to these text messages. They're quite urgent. They're not that urgent, but I had to get back to them. And this is just a fun show tonight where I'm just sharing the happy stories of my life, a few of them. And if you folks want to share yours, I'd be happy to read it in the chat. Yes, you're back, GLM. So apparently we can unban people from the chat. I will send you a StreamYard link. Sounds good, Lewis. Mutt says she'll be doing a chat while she crafts sometime tomorrow after 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay. That's after Lewis's stream. I should be able to make that. I was trying to go live today, says Lewis, but my arthritis has been bothering me, so I'm going to go try tomorrow. All right. So another story I want to share. I think I've shared this before, but I think this was back in the days of my former channel, or maybe early on when I started this channel a couple years back. But I remember after I graduated high school, I was just undecided, undeclared what I wanted to do. I was considering becoming an electrical engineer. I was considering going into the high-tech industry and studying computer science. Both of those things were fascinating to me because I had a friend of mine. He's a family friend. And he was a little bit older than me, and he taught me how to connect things like through electricity, how to hook things up, like speaker wires and stuff like that. And, you know, he also was pretty good with computers, so I learned a lot from him. And I've always been pretty tech savvy. from a very young age, and I've been good with electrical stuff as well. And so I was thinking about becoming an electrical engineer, but I wasn't quite sure. So I went to community college for 2 years. You see, a lot of people don't know my actual story. They like to assume things. It's funny to me that some people out here have even questioned if I graduated high school. I mean, it's this is the internet, folks, and it's like, quite frankly, even if I never graduated from anything, I wouldn't care what these people would think, right? But I did graduate high school, and I did go to community college for 2 years, and I was going to transfer out and go to Cal Poly, which is the best school on the planet for electrical engineering, because that's what I was thinking about doing. But I didn't go that route. I got caught up in the retail game. I started getting promoted working in retail and starting to make what I thought was good money back then, which back then it was good money. I remember working at Costco, and this was back like in the mid-90s. I'd been there for like 3 years. I got promoted to cashier. I was maxed out. And between bonuses and overtime, I made about $50K, like my last 2 years at Costco. And back in 1995, $50K per year was still okay, a decent amount of money in the San Francisco Bay Area. Now, $50K per year now in 2021, you can't even afford to live in a shack. You could barely afford to live under an overpass with $50K in the Bay Area. And GLM knows that. GLM knows that. So I always look back at this story, and I've asked myself, did I make the right decision? What would have happened if I decided to go to Cal Poly and get an engineering degree and become an electrical engineer, right? Could I see myself being an electrical engineer nowadays? No. Would I have made good money doing it? Sure. Would I have enjoyed doing it initially? Sure. But would I have been bored of it by now? Yes. So I'm really glad that I took a different path. And let me tell you, when I decided to not further my college education, I got a lot of repercussion from that, right? Now, my brother ended up going to Fresno State University, another great school, for 4 years. He got a business degree. You want to know where that business degree got him? It got him in college debt. Well, he's paid it off since then. But the job he works at now, and he does quite well, has nothing to do with his degree, right? That's why a lot of people are saying nowadays college degrees don't even really matter. Like, for some things you need to have them, right? But even in the high-tech world, you don't even need to have a computer science degree to get in the high-tech world. If you get referred by a good friend, they will train you to do the job. They will teach you to do any job, right? 50K isn't shit to live out here at GLM, but in 1995, it was okay. I mean, we're looking at what? 05, 15, we're looking at 26 years ago, 50K got you. 50K back then is like maybe 80 or 90K now. So that wasn't bad money back then. But it was good enough money, and I was living good. So I decided to go that route instead of go to Cal Poly and get an engineering degree in electrical engineering, right? And then I worked in retail management, retail corporate, for a total of 17 years, right? And I was doing okay. I was making decent money, right? But was I happy? Kind of, sort of, I always felt I was worth more. I always wanted to do something where I could really help people and run my own business. I just hadn't figured out what that was yet, right? So what happened? I got laid off shortly before the crash in '08, years before that, a few years before that, right? And then I decided to get my insurance licenses. Became self-employed. And I did well selling insurance, and I enjoyed it initially, but again, I kind of got bored of it, and it got tedious to me. And again, it wasn't something that fulfilled me, right? It wasn't something I felt was my purpose, my real true purpose of truly helping people. Oh my God, my phone's off the hook tonight. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. So I started doing a lot of networking. I mentioned this before. I'll say it again. I started doing a lot of networking to promote my insurance business. I joined the Chamber of Commerce. I joined some other networking groups. And then I started attending this free networking organization that was running events all over Northern California. So I would go attend events in the Sacramento area, the Central Valley area, which is Tracy, Modesto, Stockton. For those of you that are not from Northern California or don't know the area, Modesto is where, Scott Peterson murdered his wife and unborn baby, Lacey. Modesto is about an hour and 20 minutes away from where I live in Redwood City. I did networking in the Bay Area. Then I started my own networking organization. And throughout this whole time, I was doing a lot of personal development on myself. A lot of these groups I attended would also promote events of some pretty prominent speakers that were coming to the area to do presentations and personal development seminars. I even went to see Tony Robbins in person for 4 days in San Jose, which is half an hour south from where I live in Redwood City, at the convention center. And I went to his Unleash the Power Within, seminar. And I even walked on fire. It was interesting. It was fun. I've shared that story before, but it's been a while, right? And throughout this whole time, I was doing this. I was growing my insurance business. And after several years of doing this, I really started to enjoy doing more public speaking, doing more podcasting, and helping connect people. And I really felt that my purpose wasn't to sell insurance anymore. It wasn't to ever be an electrical engineer. It wasn't ever to be in the high-tech world. My purpose has been to uplift people and to help them accomplish anything their heart desires, no matter what it is. Whether it's, getting the right job, learning how to get promoted if you're getting passed up, transitioning from the corporate world or working for somebody else to becoming an entrepreneur, self-employed entrepreneur. I learned a lot about relationships throughout my life. I've learned how to, understand the modern world. Men and women are different nowadays. And I really wanted to do something that suits my purpose because I love seeing people be successful. The truth of the matter is, folks, I love seeing people be successful because when they're successful, I'm successful. And that's in a non-selfish way. It makes me feel good knowing that I had a hand in, nudging somebody off in the right direction. So while initially it appeared to my family and my friends that I was going down the wrong path, because let me tell you, family gives you a bunch of crap, when you don't do things traditionally. Okay, you're going to go to private school, sons. My two sons, my dad would say, you're going to private grammar school and private high school. I work hard to make good money to put you to the best schools, my dad would say, right? Then you're going to go to college and you're going to get a degree. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't, let me tell you, when I didn't transfer out to Cal Poly or somewhere else to get a computer science degree, because my family knew how smart I was with computers. And that's what allows me to do what I do today. Like I could run my own computer shop if I wanted to. It's just not my passion. I love building my own computer and knowing how to use it to do whatever I needed to do, such as running these streams, but it wouldn't make me happy doing it for a living. It's not my purpose. Throughout this whole ordeal of everything I experienced is what brings me here to this day, which is what I'm trying to say. And that's my happy story. That's my happiest story. I love sharing this story here, folks, because here's the thing. I'm going to wrap up by saying this. Get your questions in the chat because I'm wrapping this up in just a minute or two. It's going to be a short stream, okay? Just because you think you may not be heading on the right path, or just because you have friends, family members, or other acquaintances that get on your case because you didn't do something that they thought you would initially do, kind of like go down, the 4-year college path, right? I got a lot of crap for it, right? Just because you don't go down that path doesn't mean you're a screw up. Doesn't mean that you're not successful. I believe everything happens for a reason. Everything happens. There's a purpose for everything. Everything happens on purpose for a purpose, right? For a reason, right? And had I not made the decision to stick around in retail and instead go to Cal Poly for 4 years and get an electrical engineering degree, I probably wouldn't be the same person I am here today. I probably would be this really geeky guy, probably smoking ganja with people either in the electrical engineering world, or if I went the high tech route, I'd probably be this geeky guy. It wouldn't be me, right? No matter what anyone says or thinks, I'm happy on the path I took. And you should be happy on the path you take. Even if you haven't reached your goal yet, just know you're on your way. As long as you're true to yourself and you do what you feel is right for yourself, not what other people feel is right for you. If you want to be successful at something in life, you have to be passionate about it. There's no way in hell I would keep doing this for 4+ years straight now if I wasn't passionate about it, despite the amount of money I've made or despite how far ahead or not ahead this business is. I love doing what I do solely on the fact of just doing it. And if I could do this for free, like I mentioned many times, I would. That's how much I love this. I would do it for free if I could. And for the most part, I give a lot of stuff away for free. Anyway, Nuts Crazy World says, night, we'll catch up with everyone later. Going to get some sleep since it's 12:03 a.m. Eastern. All right, Mutt. Folks, thank you so much for being here. Just wanted to do a quick stream today. Fun stream. Share a few stories. Hang out with you folks. Sometimes we're going to do that. But I wanted to just show you folks tonight that, hey, there are better things to do than infest yourself with endless drama, whether it's online or offline, folks. Wasn't this a much more pleasant stream than some of the past ones that were a little crazy? I mean, they had to be done. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. But if you're going to continue hanging around here on this channel, this is how the streams are going to go from here on out. We've moved on. Anything that we need to handle that may end up bringing drama or involves that, anything we need to handle regarding that will be handled behind the scenes, professionally, respectfully, and maturely. With that being said, have yourselves a great night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye. Bye.